Believe it, we're at a game 7 now. A lot less self-loathing and expectations of failure than Leafs fan. Why don't you do a 6-on-4 in that situation? It makes no sense. Makes no sense. Just do a 6-on-4, you freaking dumbass. My beautiful Bruins fans, it is time to hug it out, because that is a 5-2 victory over the Carolina Hurricanes, bringing us to a game 7 at PNC Arena. Welcome back to Into the Den, everybody. I am your host, Jocelyn. I finally am getting into the habit of changing my name on Zoom to so that you don't see my dad's name in there, Freeman. And oh my god, what an exhilarating game. I know that most games that end 5-2 don't really seem like they'd be the best. Don't really seem like they'd be incredible to watch, but this was just, I loved it. I loved every second of it. First of all, well, make sure to like, and subscribe, leave a comment. How do you feel going into this game 7? And just anything, it helps out with the algorithm, please. I know that I usually save this for the end, but please, I want to grow this thing. But anyway, to start with some pregame stuff, we got was actually some pretty big news. First off, the lines are back to normal. The lines are back to normal, as in they're back to their post-COVID, their post-COVID lines of DeBrusk is back on the top line, Pasternak's down on the second line, and Hampus Lindholm. Hampus is back on campus. He is back in the lineup, and Matt Grzelcyk, which means Matt Grzelcyk is out. And I know that he hasn't played the best this series. I know that he's been playing hurt, but he's still been really good as a defense. But still, I would honestly rather Grzelcyk out there than Carlo. Just give me. I want to show you how I showed my frustration with Carlo today. This right here is my magnum opus. Wanted, Brandon Carlo, 6'5", 227. And reason for grand larceny of the Boston Bruins, your reward is his contract. 6 years, $4.1 million a year. How did you get this? How did you earn this? How did you earn this over any other good defenseman that we have? Screw you, Carlo. I know he's not completely awful, but also, like, I keep thinking about that rumor of the Bruins putting together a package that included Carlo in a trade to the Flames for Noah Hanifin. And I swear to God, if we made that trade, I feel like this would be a done deal series already. But anyway, back to the point. Grzelcyk is out. Turns out he was playing injured. I feel like that could honestly be. I feel like that's honestly reason enough to forgive him for his poor play this game, this series. I know that he hasn't played well. But goddamn, it's just frustrating. But he doesn't deserve as much shit as he's getting. Now we did have a Pasternak man bun sighting before the game, according to Billy Jaffe. So, I saw that and was like, oh sweet, Paster's gonna get like 2 goals and an assist. He's gonna do great tonight. He didn't do great tonight, but he didn't do. But the Bruins didn't do bad in the fact that, but the Bruins also didn't do too bad. In case in point, they won 5-2. Oh, and also before we start, happy 87th birthday to Johnny Busick, freaking one of the best players in Bruins history, and just it's so good to see. It's so good to see a legend of that caliber still be walking the earth. Love you, Johnny. Now let's play some hockey. And let's start with Pasta, because he's already playing pretty gritty right off the bat. In his first shift, he gets like 3 hits on Canes players, and it's just like the Bruins are giving them what for. The Bruins, it's felt like they've been playing tough, but not. It's felt like they've been playing tough, but sort of the angry kind of tough, not the intense kind of tough that I've been talking about all series. Not the tough that makes the other team worried, like, oh my god, they know how to make these great plays. Is more the kind of tough of like, yeah, sure, make them. We'll just go back on power play and kick your ass. And sure, that did happen and at some points this game, but Pasta was setting the example pretty early. There was a bit of a puck battle eventually that ended up with Vincent Trocheck just slipping and sliding right into Swayman, and I was like, they're not going to call that a dirty play. And yes, I know. And yes, I know I know. Oh, when you lose, when a player loses their footing and they slide into a different play, into another player, it's incidental contact, and it's and any call that would have been made is waived off. We'll talk about incidental contact a little bit later on, but still, I was trying to make a point. Bruins got a few good chances right in front of the net, including one where I think McAvoy shoots it right on net, and Bergeron, it's just sitting right there, right in front of the net. Bergeron, you can make this. You can make this. You whiff. Marchand, you can make this. You whiff. Here's the thing about Marchand. Marchand has been weird this series, is because it's felt like in some ways he's been a really good playmaker, but in other ways he's just been not great at puck handling. It feels like he's been turning the puck over a little bit more often than usual. Not really a fan of that, but he's gonna shut me up soon. There was a net front. Speaking of right in front of the net, there was a net front havoc right in front of Jeremy Swayman, and he tries to fall on it, and the Bruins somehow hold it off enough to force the whistle, even though the freaking puck is still rattling around, and at one and after the whistle it goes in, and refs, I know this worked out in our favor, but come on, that's textbook shit. The puck is still in play. Fucking, my hair is pissing me off. I'm putting the fucking hat back on. Fuck it. Anyway, it's. I love you, Swayman. Thank you, refs, for bailing us out there. But you really shouldn't have. You should have just let that puck go. You should have just let that puck go in. And then we get to an amazing. And Lindholm is back. Could have. Don't call it a comeback, because he's been here for that. He just. The Bruins turn the puck over in the neutral zone on who could have foreseen this coming? It's not like every single game they've played. It's not like for like the past 82 plus. It's not like for the past 87 games they've just been abysmal in the neutral zone. But it results in the 2-on-1, I think, between Sebastian Aho and I think Vincent Trocheck. I forget who, but they're going for it, and Lindholm just sticks the stick out, and it completely disrupts it. And then Charlie McAvoy, this kid's fucking jacked, thick, dense, built, whatever you want to call him. He's got it. Legs thicker than my chest and shoulders wider than my wingspan, making full use of his frame, and with the golden flow on top to top it off. Bonafide stallion. And he just completely lays out Sebastian Aho, and it's entirely incidental contact. Aho probably shouldn't have been there. Pasta had the puck on his stick. It was just an unfortunate series of events, and just it shouldn't have happened, but nothing came out of it, and nothing should have come out of it. If they're not gonna call freaking Andrei Svechnikov for laying that nasty hit on Lindholm, then they shouldn't call this hit for. Then they shouldn't call McAvoy for this hit. And it's just, it was hilarious. It was hilarious all game, hearing just every time the puck hit Tony DeAngelo's stick, you just hear a wave of boo, boo. Also, holy crap, Jeremy Swayman. I know everybody wanted Omar to start this series, and fair enough. Swayman wasn't really playing well enough going into the playoffs to warrant a start. But holy crap, that kid plays his freaking head off. If we go into the first period, we go into the first intermission at a scoreless tie. That's fine. Just keep the pressure on him. And oh boy, do we get pressure on him with Connor Clifton. I remember hating Connor Clifton earlier this season. I think I'm starting to be a Clifton truther. I have a lot of faith in this third pair. I think that they're playing super duper well, and nothing says it better than Clifton forechecking it up to Marchand, who's like at the top of the neutral zone, and he just bursts in and gets a short side snipe, and that is the first time we had scored first against the Carolina Hurricanes all season. And I know that two of the games were shutouts, so it doesn't really count. But still, we went. This is the first game out of 9 games in which we ended up scoring first. Clifton ends up going for holding a little bit later on. Not great. We immediately got a pretty good shorthanded chance, but we can't capitalize on it because it's just Bergeron and Marchand decided to go around the world, and Bergeron just put it right on net, as he was supposed to. Well, I don't really think I expected like a Coyle style shorthanded goal, but what are you gonna do? But what we are gonna do is laugh our ass off at Nino Niederreiter trying to go short side because the puck is right on his stick, and it just hits the hits the top post. What are you doing, Nino? Just Swayman has his back turned towards you. Oh, just put it through. Just put it on in the ice. Just keep it on the ice. I don't think I ever said just keep the puck on the ice when shooting. But this time, just keep the puck on the ice. You didn't need to try and chip it up because it just hit the post and deflected out onto the far side, and the Bruins end up killing the penalty. That was honestly the funniest series of events I think I've ever seen. I've seen all series. But going back to the earlier point of running over goalies is Frederick and Brendan Smith are going back and forth on a puck race, trying to jostle each other into away from it, and it results in Brendan Smith just completely bowling over Antti Ranta. And even if Frederick was the one, even if it ended up being that Frederick was the one that bowled over Ranta was way out of his crease. You can't, if you're a Canes fan, you can't argue against that. I'm sorry, you lost all right to argue against that. You have had your goalies get blown the fuck up for going out of the net to play the puck for no reason, for no discernible reason. They don't need to do it, and they always get hurt. And I know one of those times ended up being the David Ayres game, but still, it doesn't need to happen. But Frederick eventually goes for tripping, and a little bit later, McAvoy goes for hooking Trocheck's for hooking Vinny Trocheck, even though it really wasn't. McAvoy just had his stick up in Trocheck's armpit for just a second. Trocheck noticed it and just slaps that arm down into his sides. Ow, that hurt my ribs. But yeah, that's I feel like I know that the right thing is to just call a hooking penalty, but you know what's also the right thing? To look at it, see what happened, and be able to discern for yourself: was this actually hooking, or was this trying way too hard to draw a penalty? And I feel like if somebody if that happens on a hooking penalty, it should at the very least be a face-off at the it should at the very least be a face-off at the closest face-off spot, and at worst be 2 minutes for embellishment. That's my take on it. Doesn't matter. We kill both Frederick's penalty and McAvoy's penalty, and then almost immediately Holla goes for high sticking, and we kill that too, but not before McAvoy gets a brilliant shorthanded breakaway, but he can't finish. Oh well. Not long afterwards, Brett Pesce ends up going for holding on Jake DeBrusk. I think he tried to argue that he was trying to bring his arm over DeBrusk because he was kind of like this over DeBrusk. Tried to, but doesn't matter. Still went for holding. And Charlie Coyle. Oh boy. This is what I have been saying. Stay in front of the net. Get the net front rebound. And good things will happen. Like Pasta's gonna shoot. It's gonna bounce off Ranta, and you're gonna be right in front for the to just swat it in to put the Bruins up 2-0. Heading into the third period. Bruins get some good early opportunities, but they can't clear the puck out of their own net. and Sebastian Aho just bullies the puck out of Frederick, and he passes it to Andrei Svechnikov, who gets a pathetically easy short side goal. And now I'm starting to and this is sort of where it started to click in my mind. That's why we got rid of. That's why we benched Frederick. Like, I don't hate Trent Frederick, but every time I look at him, I think we could have had Alex DeBrincat. We could have had Alex DeBrincat. There's no. Those should be the 5 words running through every Bruins head every single time you hear Trent Frederick. We could have had Alex DeBrincat. Anyway, third period, Bruins get some pretty good early. Oh wait, frick! I already went on this. But McAvoy gets hit against the boards by Andrei Svechnikov pretty hard with his arm up, and like, you get hit against the wall like this, that might be a bad rotator cuff injury. But nope, it's or maybe a pectoral, or maybe a torn pec, or whatever. Or never mind. Nope, never mind. McAvoy's back, and we've gotten a goal. And he contributed to a goal. Bruins got like 50 straight seconds of in Carolina territory. You thought we were bad at clearing the puck. Look at Carolina. McAvoy takes the puck as it's about to get to the neutral zone. And he changes to the other side of the end of the ice, and passes it to Hala, who just chips it, and it goes up past Ranta for a 3-1 to put the Bruins up 3-1. And eventually Forbert ends up shooting from the freaking blue line, and it ricochet, and it just pinballs off 3 players, like bing bing bing, and there's your replay, ball. And there's your 1,000,000-point bonus and it just goes in for a 4-1 to put the Bruins up 4-1. And hey, 4-1. What's up, Toronto fans? And what's up, Toronto fans? I love you. Hey, they're going hey, as I'm recording this, the Leafs are going into overtime against the Lightning. Oh boy. Slavin. But oh my god, Jacob Slavin. I remember being scared of this dude, but oh my god, this has to be the 4th time all series they've taken a delay of game penalty from someone just chipping the puck over the glass. What the hell? You don't do that. You don't do that. People say if you're a goaltender, tend the goal. If you're a defender, defend. You are the best defenseman the Carolina Hurricanes have. You don't need to just chip the puck over the net. Just bury it in the end boards until you get reinforcements. It's that simple. Well, Bruins obviously can't capitalize on it, but we're into the Ford F-150 Final 5. If Canes almost immediately pull Antti Ranta, Lazar's in the neutral zone. Oh, and why not backhand it? Oh, did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. I accidentally scored. Sorry, guys. Oh, the Bruins are up 5-1. Marchand goes to the box for 4 minutes for spearing Jesperi Kotkaniemi, after Kotkaniemi just grabs and pushes him around a bit. But my biggest question in here isn't why did Marchand get 4 minutes. We all know why Marchand got 4 minutes. It's because he's got a reputation. My biggest question isn't even why didn't Kotkaniemi get 2 minutes for roughing, because the refs kind of suck. Like, it's more. My biggest question is, why isn't Carolina pulling Ronta and going 6-on-4? You have an easy 6-on-4 opportunity here. Why don't you take it? Anyway, Svechnikov just blasts it from the point, and Niederreiter's just right there in front to right there on the side to tap it in while Swayman recovers. Just like, here's the crease, here's Swayman. Niederreiter's just right here. I don't think I've seen a more casual goal than any of Peter Forsberg's insane just sliding pucks. Like, if I love Jeremy Swayman, but I feel like he would be, if I trust anybody to Peter Forsberg, it's going to be at least a third of the forwards in the NHL that are capable of Peter Forsberging. It's 5-2, but doesn't matter because there's like a minute left, and the Bruins are going to Game 7. Oh boy, Game 7! What a wonderful prospect. If we lose, we lose. It's nothing really to get too. I don't think we should get too worried if we lose, because it's not like we've been in a bad team. It's more so if we lose, I don't think it's more so if we lose, I don't think it's time to panic. If we lose, it's just we didn't have a good enough team. We simply didn't have a good enough team. And yes, I know that PNC Arena is kind of fucky, but still. At least we don't need someone on a horn making us cheer. Instead, Bruins fans just cheer no matter what. We don't have to hear the burp, burp, burp before we go, let's go Bruins. No, we don't do that shit. Keep that in Carolina. But that is it for tonight's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Click like if you like, click subscribe if you like. Down below is my TikTok and the GoFundMe for Jake Tebow's recovery and for families fleeing Texas. And I will catch you all later, and I will catch you all on Saturday. And hopefully it's as good as this episode. And hopefully I don't have to play Johnny I Hardly Knew Ya. See you guys then.